All right, guys, what's going on? We are back with a PSA submission video. Been really taking a while to accumulate cards for grading submission. Also a little bit frustrated with the turnaround times and, killing off SGC and all that stuff. But we continue to play the game. So I've got two submissions here. I've got a bulk order submission that I'm going to send off. Unfortunately, I was not able to get this out the door before the price increase. So there'll be $22.99 a card, which is just outrageous for bad service. But that's just how the market is. So, and then I also have a value plus submission that I'm going to check in. I'm going to check these both in at the same time and see if that does speed up the process of the bulk order. I've seen some people post about that. Have to have some cards, so I found that's here, so we're going to go for it. Featured card, actually an SGC card here, this Pujols Ichiro. This was a PSA 8. I snapped out into an SGC 9.5. It's been sitting in the collection now for a while. Just two iconic players that I think are worth hanging on to. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I have pre-grades written on some of these, so if I don't, I'll let you know what I think they're going to get. First up, gold label, class 2 from 2001, Barry Bonds, numbered to 699 there. This is the gold parallel class 2. I think I have this down as a 9. I don't believe there are any 10s in this this specific card. But 9s do, $60 or $70, so it looked pretty good. Next up, another Barry Bonds. This is Blast Furnace from 97 metal. Acetate card insert. Really high pop or high gem rate on this. This one looks really clean, so expecting a 10 on that. His market's really kind of caught up. Next up, 13 contenders. This is a variation Keenan Allen contenders rookie autograph. You can see some chipping down here, and I believe a little bit on the back. I think I was shooting for an 8 on this one. I'd be happy with a 9, but an 8. It's just something that I think I can sell better if it's slabbed. Next up, this one was really cool. Pretty clean too. Chad Johnson on the 2001 Contenders rookie ticket autograph. A little bit of chipping there on the top edge. I believe I had this at a 9. I was pretty frustrated when the seller shipped it to me. It came in a penny sleeve that had some dust, and there was, right here, you see this little dimple? Piece of dust was just pushed in on the inside the penny sleeve. So that showed up as I switched out the penny sleeve. It sucked, but hopefully that doesn't grade it down too far. Next up, just a Kobe Bryant base card from Upper Deck Retro. I've tried this card before. It got an 8. But yeah, that one was kind of a head scratcher last time. So we're going to try it again. It looks good. Thinking a 10 on that one. We're hoping for a 10. Next up, getting into some basketball, it looks like, or a little bit. I don't do much of this. Peyton Pritchard, green prism. Color match for the Celtics. I put 9.5. There's a little bit of a... I feel like there's like a small surface... Oh, yeah, right there. Like a little tiny surface indent printed defect thing. I don't know. Played for the Ducks. Cool color match. He's probably going to be a starter in Boston this year. Next up, having a pretty good season so far, despite their woes of wins and losses. Matthew Stafford, just a base tops. Got a 10 here, nothing wrong with it. Got it for super cheap. I think the 10s do probably $80, $100 maybe. Next, Julio Rodriguez. I considered just selling this raw during the playoffs, but we'll see. It looks like I put 9.5 with a corner. There's one corner that just doesn't look perfect. Pink Wave rookie debut. Bummer about this guy. Joe Burrow, select silver. Easy set. Pretty easy set as long as this backside's clean. Got a 10 on it. Hopefully we get a 10. It's not a high value card in a 9. Next up, I really like this card, Turkey Red, Topps Turkey Red. This is the Refractor Ichiro. I have it 9.5 because of how bad the centering is on the back. So we'll see how lenient they want to be with that. I mean, the front looks very nice. I believe I put surface on there. There must have been like maybe a small dimple or something like that. So Ichiro, Mariners in the playoffs. That's pretty cool. Anthony Edwards on the National Pride Red Mosaic. Got a 10. Pretty great on that. Pretty simple set here. Very collectible. That is a rookie year. Technically a rookie card. Next up, 96 Topps. Allen Iverson just came in looking clean. I feel like this one deserves a 10. Be pretty frustrated if it got a 9, but we'll see. I actually have a couple 96 Topps cards in here. Here's another one, 96 Topps Jordan. Again, came in looking nice. Put 9.5 plus off left to right. I don't know. These were pre-graded a while ago. Next up, don't know how much value there is in this one, but it was just, you know, a throw-in, so why not? I needed to fill an order out. LeBron James courtside from Select. Feeling like a 10 on that. Another guy that got banged up pretty bad. So not excellent timing on this. I'll have to double check, make sure that's on the outside of the stained glass from 2020 Prism. These are pretty short printed. This card looks great. Like I don't see any reason for it to not be a 10. It's centered, it's clean. Cool card. Hopefully we get to see him play again. I'm skeptical with that level of an injury. Another 96 Topps, Kobe. Decently centered. I had a choice of a decent amount of these to kind of pick through at the card shop. This is the best looking one, centering wise, and it has a little bit of a corner thing. So shooting for a 9. 9s are still like 150 bucks. It's a cool card. Red Prism, Red Ice Prism, Pat Tillman. Nice little color match there. I put surface and edge are something that we should be looking out for. Relatively centered. The nice thing about the surface on these cards is any sort of like print lines or scratches blend in well with the cracked ice, so you can't really see them unless you're really looking for them. Next up, Ohtani. This is the Optic rated rookie from 2018. I put 10 snap. That means that I am so confident this is a 10 that I'll snap it back out if it gets anything else and send it back in. Having an excellent year again, over 50 home runs, should pitch in the playoffs. Next, really cool looking card here, Blue Ice, Barry Sanders from 2020. Love the color match on that one. We put top to bottom, centering looks off just a hair, but I think within tolerance for sure. It's a nice looking card there. Next up, this might be my favorite card in the order. I found this came up on eBay, and I just snap bought it. I think right at $100. It just seemed way too cheap to me. So Mirror Gold, Michael Vick. This is 2005 Leaf certified materials. Mirror Gold autograph, number 10 of 10. Looks like I put 9.5 surface and corner. I don't recall exactly what it was, but I mean this card looks fantastic. Was really tempted to send it to SGC, but I'm trying to get myself to kind of parse down on what I'm going to keep, and if I'm going to keep it, making it, you know, still valuable. So hoping for a 10 on that one. That would be a pretty big card, I have a feeling. There's some Vic collectors out there that pay big money. Got a couple of these. The Bill Ripken fuckface error. This one looks like the better of the two. I have it an 8.5 plus. So I think it could get a 9. It's just depending on how that centering looks like left and right and top to bottom. So there's one. The next one, obviously much more off-centered. So maybe I should put this one in front and then the other one behind it. So I'm thinking this one gets an 8. That's what I'm going to do. I'll put this one in front. So 2 of those. They still do decent in an 8. Tony Gwynn on the Sterling Finest Refractor. This did have the peel. I peeled it off. Unfortunately, it has a Gosh, I don't know if you can see it. See that right there above the E and finest, there's a little bit of a print line. That kind of runs the length of the card. I put 9.5. We'll see. It'll probably get a 9, unfortunately. I was bummed. You can't see that underneath the covering until you peel it. So, but that was, you know, a throw-in card, so it looked nice, very nicely centered. A few more for this order. Saquon Barkley, red, white, blue prism. Oops. Obviously not with the Giants anymore. I don't know how many Giants people collect him, but you see just maybe a touch of white on this corner. It's got some surface stuff. I think a 9 is still, you know, for the price that I got it, makes it a little easier to sell. 2 more in this order. Whoops. Topps Chrome Aaron Rodgers, 2005 Topps Chrome. Off-centered, of course. Had some surface scratching. So got an 8.5 plus, hoping for a 9. I'd be really happy with a 9. I've always wanted a Topps Chrome Rodgers, but I think if I'm going to get it, I'd rather get the refractor. Last one for this order. Lane Johnson, Topps. Base rookie. Looking for a 10 on that one. Great player for the Eagles. Future Hall of Famer. Plays, you know, 10 games a year because he's always hurt, but the guy does work in the trenches. So that's the bulk order. I don't know how many cards. I'll put it in the description. And then the order that I'm going to do for value max. I don't remember what the declared value is, but it's more than whatever bulk is. Hopefully I can get this kind of back in a timely fashion. So this first one, chronology, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar autograph. This is numbered to 99 on the back. It's right underneath the tape. Got 9.5 plus. Left to right, just off just a little bit, but for a black card, black border card is just flawless. Really, really hoping that this comes back a 10. I'd be pretty disappointed if it wasn't. Like, if it gets a 9, whatever. If it gets anything less than that, I'll be really mad. So that's the first one. Next one. It'd be cool if I could get this back before the playoffs are over, but I'm skeptical that'll happen. This is a Bowman Sterling Ohtani 10. It looks real nice. High gem rate on this. I want to say it's like close to 80%. It's like $400 card if it's a 10. It's pretty nice. And then the last one, again, hoping to get this back before the college football playoff. Jeremiah Smith score NIL autograph. I did put 9 plus. It's got a corner that's just not razor sharp. Other than that, everything looks nice. Surface looks nice. One of the best players in college football. And I believe he is a Panini exclusive, so he will not be in the new Bowman University, at least not for autographs. Doesn't have any Leaf, I don't think. I think Panini is exclusive, so these ones will do nice. So that's it. Those will be the 3 that'll go with this to kind of hopefully expedite the process. And we'll report back when we get them, if we ever get an order back. I mean, I've got one that's been sitting in assembly for what feels like years. I know I'm being dramatic and everybody else complains on YouTube too, but it is what it is. They got to step it up. If they're going to keep raising prices and making things harder to get through, then they gotta step it up somewhere. So anyways, we'll see you on the next one. If you watched this far, I appreciate it, and talk to you later. Peace.